At the lunchroom, cafeteria. It opens at 12:45. 10:45. What am I talking about?
Still sleeping.
Yeah, I feel you.
My most favorite thing to do in New Orleans was probably playing on the street with a live band called Sidewalk Swing, along with David Williams. It was a really great experience to play alongside an actual good band, and they had incredible ears.
Probably playing, just purely playing outside. This one band we were passing by, and this band was getting a lot of attention. This one tenor sax player saw me and my buddy with his drumsticks, and he was like, "Hey, come here, come here." And I was like, "No, no, 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 no." And the drummer was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Ah, screw it, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll do that." And so we ended up going over and got like 3 videos of me playing some songs and some jazz standards and stuff like that. And the crowd just loved it. There's a video of me doing a solo, and the lady is dancing in the background, and I'm like, wow, it just made my day, you know?
Definitely the most favorite thing doing in New Orleans was playing at our concert on Sunday. It was a whole lot of fun. Fighting with the wind, that part was fun, but I had a really great time playing and performing in front of the people Sunday.
My favorite thing to do in New Orleans was, to get out the hotel room and go experience the city, not just as food-wise, but, as a jazz major-wise. Like, I went out and I talked to people who play my instrument, people who do have the degrees I'm going after and who don't, getting their side of view of it, just hanging out with them and learning from some really good jazz musicians.
My favorite thing to do was definitely playing. I really enjoyed getting to play right on the waterfront, right next to the steamboat Natchez. That was super, super cool. We played for like almost 3 hours, I think, and it was a blast. It was a great time.
Bonding with everybody. It was fun. I didn't know everybody until we went and bonded.
What I liked most about New Orleans is that it was the live musicians that would play, like the street performers. Like, it was everywhere. Like, street musicians were everywhere. It was a really good time just to sit and just watch. And I gave them tips too if they were really good.
It would have to be the food and going and exploring Bourbon Street, hearing like all these different types of musicians play, just seeing all the people, just talking to one another, having a really good time.
My favorite thing was eating at Brother's Chicken and going on Bourbon Street.
Probably just like that architecture and like just the city itself. It's a really cool place to be, a lot of history, a lot of really cool buildings, and just like the old streets and the history behind it. Super, super cool.
I play the guitar. The guitar is my main instrument, but the bass guitar I can also pick up quite well.
I play the drums / percussion instruments like the congos, the vibraphone, and along my main instrument would be the drum set.
I play third trombone in the LC Jazz Ensemble.
I play the baritone saxophone.
I played the trumpet and the bass guitar.
I play the alto saxophone. Learn a little bit of clarinet on the side.
I've been playing my guitar for about a year and a couple months now. It's been fairly recent, so.
I've been playing it since I was in 5th grade. It was a long time.
I've started playing an instrument in the 6th grade. I stopped playing, and then, when I came to college, I picked it back up.
I've played that one since the beginning of high school, so roughly 8 years, but I played saxophone since about 5th grade.
I've been playing since I was about 12, 13, about 8th grade going into my 9th grade year.
Well, I got here and got kind of introduced to it. I played a year or two of it in high school, but at a lower high school level. We get here and it's college. Like we're playing serious stuff and more serious stuff, I'd say. And I get introduced to all these faster paced songs and chord changes and chords, period. I didn't even know what they were. And it was just a big step up. So I definitely got introduced to the real stuff in college.
I didn't really know much about jazz until I came here to Lincoln College. My freshman year here, I saw the jazz band and I was like, wow, that's really, really cool. And so I auditioned for it, and I was hooked basically since my freshman year here.
Ooh, I never actually decided it was jazz, but coming here, it was the only thing available.
It had to be jazz probably as soon as I got here. I mean, I listened to a lot of music way beforehand, but I started getting into way more jazz and started knowing way more about it, about where it originated from and like its history ever since I got here at Lincoln into the Jazz Studies program.
I first decided to want to start playing jazz when I met a man named Alan Mendez, and he really got me into jazz and showed me that once you can play jazz, you can really play every type of music, and everything kind of stems from jazz and blues.
My first semester here at Lincoln College, I went to a concert where Richie Garcia and Scott Werger were directing it, and like the way the music swelled and how it sounded, how everything was just going along perfect, I knew, okay, yeah, I have to play jazz now.
My favorite thing about jazz band? Probably improvising and learning how to improvise. It's one of the hardest things ever, but as soon as you learn how to just fit yourself into the backgrounds, you can do all these crazy things and just show out for yourself in a group activity. It's kind of hard to be in a group activity and then all of a sudden, hey, here's me, just look at me, ha ha ha, you know?
It's really just the music. I have always had a passion for music, and it's a great time being able to play, and the idea of, 15, 20 some odd people all playing together to produce one huge different sound is really cool. It's a great time.
Here is once we start playing, it's like everybody starts vibing and like we got a good connection, especially when we're playing the music right.
My favorite thing about jazz band is just the jazz members itself, like the rhythm section, the saxophones, trombone, trumpets, just the energy from the people when we rehearse and when we perform on stage in front of a live audience.
My favorite thing about jazz band is that how we all come together, not only as a band, but like we try to become more of a family. Like when something is going on in our lives, we like to talk about it, try to make sure everyone is feeling great, because if you're feeling great, you're gonna play great.
My favorite thing about jazz band is that the people that's in it. Like we're a group of performers, but it feels more family oriented. We're really close, and my favorite thing about the jazz band is hanging out with the rhythm section, is just having a good time and just jamming afterwards. And we play all types of music, but jazz is what we mainly play. But.
Bye.